That's right, we're looking at the Switch OLED 1 week later. Welcome back to 128KB, Andy here, and yeah, I had the Switch OLED on launch. If you haven't seen our other videos, then check them out. There's so many. We've got unboxings, we've got comparisons, we've got gameplay footage on the OLED, which I'm sure you'll see some of it here. We've got guides, there's all sorts of stuff, including, you know, the new information about Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack. So just check out all the good stuff. But anyway, today we're going to be looking at sort of my first impressions almost, like a week later. So obviously it's been a week and I've been so hyped for the Switch OLED, despite the fact that so many people were a bit like, it's not much of an upgrade, you know, prior to release and all that kind of stuff. I knew how much better an OLED screen would be. For me personally, I know some people don't really care, but for me personally, I knew how much it would be a benefit for my kind of gaming, because I love handheld gaming. Even the PlayStation Vita had an OLED screen 10 years ago and that still looks fantastic to this day. Stick around because we might do a comparison to that. But anyway, I had the OG Switch, the 2017 model, so I didn't even have the improved battery life and everything like that that came with the red box Switches. So for me, it was quite kind of a no-brainer to upgrade. My original Switch was 4 years old and I thought I'm just going to buy the new model because it all looks great to me. But stick around as well because we will have a comparison from the original 2017 Switch to the Switch OLED, so that's coming very soon. Let's just go back. So a week ago, it got launched. I was really hyped. You know, you'll see in my unboxing video if you've not seen that yet. And I was really excited. And then obviously I was making videos and stuff like that. And then I was kind of like, I haven't properly sat down and spent some serious time with this to like gather my thoughts about, am I really getting benefited from these upgrades? Am I actually enjoying it as much as I wanted to? Or is it a bit of a letdown? But I can safely say that I've been loving it a week on, and I'm loving it even more now than I was when I first got it. And that's just because I prefer to play in handheld when possible. So obviously if Christina and I are playing a 2-player game, or if we're both trying to do like, I don't know, beat Hot Wheels or something like that, yeah, we'll play on the TV. But to be perfectly honest, we only just started using it in the dock. I've been pretty much solely playing handheld, which I guess this is intended for. If you're purely a docked player, then, you know, maybe it's not a big upgrade. If you're split, like half docked, half handheld, or you're more focused on handheld, then honestly, it's amazing. Like the OLED screen looks absolutely fantastic. And even to the point where John from Digital Foundry, I saw on Twitter this morning where someone posted some meme about the Switch OLED, and John from Digital Foundry, where they're all about performance and how good things run, he even said the OLED screen is a better upgrade than a minor performance boost. And I couldn't agree more, because playing stuff like Metroid Dread, again, we've got so many videos about that, so check them out as well. But Metroid Dread on the OLED, there's a reason why they tied that launch in with the OLED, because it really, really shines. The OLED screen, those deep blacks, really, like, you know, the contrast and the saturation just immerse you so much. The upgraded screen size to 7 inches as opposed to 6.2, like it really looks massive in comparison. The jump up in size is far bigger than I was even expecting myself. So when it was announced, I was like, yeah, I'd rather not have those bezels around the edges and stuff, but I didn't really think it would be that much of a difference. And then seeing them side by side, it's like, whoa, okay, this is actually a lot bigger, and it feels even bigger in your hands. So when you're playing on it, like, it actually feels a lot larger in terms of just screen size, because that's all it is, isn't it? But it immerses you so much. Those colors really make games shine. So we've got a video that's 10 games running on the OLED, and you can see on that video, but even in that video, you can't get the full experience. So no matter how many videos you watch on YouTube, you're only really gonna see the benefit once you have the Switch OLED in your hands. But for me, I've been loving it. And the upgraded stand, I mean, I never really bothered with tabletop play before with the original Switch. Yeah, okay, I might have done it now and again. And we even bought like this little stand that holds the Switch up so you can angle it at any angle. And I'd use that maybe like 2 or 3 times, and then Christina stole it and used it as a phone holder for when she was on the PC. But anyway, the actual upgraded kickstand on the Switch, I've been loving it. The tabletop mode is actually fun now because you can put it at any angle you want. Before it was like you're stuck at one angle and it was just kind of like meh, like no matter what you're doing, it was never right at the right angle. Whereas now you can truly angle it however you want. And again, the screen size is bigger and the image quality overall is better. So tabletop mode actually makes sense, and multiplayer tabletop mode makes it even more fun because of that extra size of screen, because everyone can see what they're doing basically. But for me, I mean, any game I've played on this, there's not a single one that I've had to change the screen settings from vivid. I've found them to be absolutely fine, but then it might be because we have an OLED TV, which we got last year. And again, that's quite a vivid panel anyway. So I think I was used to that. But if you're going from LCD everything to an OLED, then it might be a bit too punchy. But for me, it's perfect. And again, because that screen runs quicker, essentially, you get less motion blur, like perceived motion blur. It does look sharper. And games like Metroid Dread, to me, it actually looks like a 1080p panel because they're just sharper. It's not as blurry, and that contrast helps to define the edges of everything and make it just that little bit sharper. People were worried about the resolution staying the same, but the screen size increasing, and having that sort of obvious, oh, well, it's less, you know, it's less detailed and it's not as good a resolution because the screen size is bigger and it's the same resolution. But I can honestly assure you, you do not notice that at all. And honestly, to me, it does feel like it's just a higher quality panel. Like I said, it feels like 1080p gaming even on the handheld mode. Even though it's only 720p, it feels that good. That jump up in technology, it feels like going from a 10-year-old's TV to a modern day flat screen. You know, it really feels like that. I know it's been about 4 years, maybe 5 years. It was 2017, yeah. So it's been quite a while since the original, but it feels like a bigger leap than that. It's overall just more premium. So the entire look and design of the system just feels more rugged. Like it just feels better, and it looks so much more stylish in comparison to the old model because they've hidden all of that annoying information that nobody really cares about, that, you know, all the random like trademark stuff and all that stuff. They've hidden it under the stand. So the entire thing just looks more sleek. And the speakers, like seriously, the speakers, basically there was a bunch of YouTubers that managed to get their hands on the Switches early. That was a little bit shady in my opinion. It was almost like someone had robbed them off the back of a van and then YouTubers just flew out and went and picked them up. But anyway, like some people were like, meh, I don't even notice the speaker upgrade. What? Like, seriously? Like, I know I've got a music background. I studied music at uni, but I'm a performer. I'm not a real, like, in-depth techie and, like, you know, all the analysis of all the frequencies and waveforms and stuff. But still, I've got an ear, like, that's tuned to music and stuff like that. The first time I turned on the OLED, as you'll see in the unboxing video, I was blown away. Just the standard sounds that play out of the OLED when you first turn it on, like, straight away, I noticed, wow, the speaker upgrade is big. And to the point where I was playing it handheld the other day on the sofa, and I couldn't even have the volume on full. It was that loud. I was like, no, I've got to turn this down like 2 or 3 clicks because otherwise it's just too loud. But the thing is the speaker quality is much better. Like, I don't care what any other YouTuber says or anyone else says, the speaker quality is a big thing, and the enhanced audio really does take that immersion to another level. I think it would have let it down if they kept the original speakers and then upgrade the screen to this amazing screen and then had like rubbish sound, because sound is a massive part of immersion. I mean, if anything, audio quality is actually more important than visual quality in terms of media consumption, and Nintendo know that, so they've put better speakers there. And again, the design, the placement of the speakers is much better. It's under the screen now rather than inside the screen area. Oh, I hated that look. It didn't look very nice. It's just so much better. Basically, what I'm saying is 1 week on, and I'm loving the OLED more than a week ago. So I'm really finding those benefits are better. The only thing I would say is though, which you won't really see here, is the dock. On the back of the kickstand, it's kind of made like a little scuff mark on the back of the kickstand. That's a little bit of a gripe for me, but you know, if you haven't seen our video that will show you exactly how to never scratch your screen on the Switch OLED via the dock use, because the old docks, you know, basically used to scratch the screen, we do have a DIY hack on our channel titled literally how to stop scratching your screen or something like that. Go check it out because it's a good video. It's really easy to do, super cheap to do as well, and you'll never scratch that screen either. But anyway, that's been my first impressions of the Nintendo Switch OLED. I think it's a worthwhile upgrade, but stick around because we will have a should you buy video, which will go through different sort of whether or not you're going to upgrade, or if it's your new Switch, or you know, stuff like that. Check out that video when that drops, and obviously check out our video as well that will be a comparison. We already have a comparison that Christina did of the Switch Lite versus the OLED, and she's got a bit of a different take on it, so check that video out too. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments if you've got a Switch OLED or why you're not buying one, or if you're planning to as well. And make sure to check out our website, www.128kb.co.uk. I'm Andy. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.